Hi guys, this is Johnny Bergen with another Chicago Blues guitar lesson. This time we really are back in Chicago from a record called The Chaser, which was live at Ma B's on the south side of Chicago. We're talking about Bobby King. You know, everybody talks about the Three Kings, the Three Kings, the Three Kings. There's a lot more kings than the Three Kings, and Bobby King is definitely one of my favorites. And The Chaser, Bobby had an interesting career. He played with Hank Ballard. He made some great 45s on the King label. He played behind a lot of folks, and then he made the great record, The Chaser. There's another live record, and some really cool singles under his own name. And I encourage you to check him out. If you enjoy this channel, I guarantee you'll like the music of Bobby King. And The Chaser is such a cool document of like a black band playing black music in a black club. And it's very much like a real document, not a produced record. It's like you can hear the drinks being served. It's it's the kind of blues record that I just live for. So this tune, this version of Every Day I Have the Blues, is perfect for beginner guitar players, and I think a lot of you who follow this channel would really benefit from learning this song. It's in B flat. Here's a B flat 6, right? Or we'll just use this one for the song. Here's your B flat top of the bar chord. The pinky makes a 6 here. So Bobby King is not really reinventing the wheel. He's just like the great neighborhood blues man, playing it really well. He has a great rhythm guitarist too, which if we have time, we'll talk about the rhythm guitar on this record. I might have to do this record in 2 parts because there's a lot to it. So for now, I'm going to talk about Every Day of the Blues. So it starts kind of like that. He has this way of bending real slow. Hear how slow that was? And you know who did that? Was Little Smokey Smothers. He would bend real slow. He'd bend real slow, like that slow. He had this way of doing it. And I know that he was really influenced by Bobby King. Anyway, I have to thank Illinois Slim for turning me on to him so many years ago. I actually bought The Chaser from him. Slim, you my buddy, man. So, this is the 6th chord. The other chord is your 9th chord. You could even just use the top 4 strings of the 9th chord. And then back to their 6th. And then you might hear this. Typical 9th chord. Sometimes you'll hear this. And back to this. This really works well for this. Nobody loves me. Nobody seems to care. He does that all the time. Yeah, nobody loves me. And then, which I'm getting a little ahead of myself, there's this theme in the song, which is, as many of you probably know this, the Hideaway chord, right? This is a very cool chord, and to me it's like a combination of a 9th chord, a B flat 9th chord like this, and this is like a long A, if you remember this long A, back from when you first learned your cowboy chords, and you learned the long A. Up 1, then you have a long B flat, right, if anyone has ever said that in life. So here's the bottom part. There's your 9th. Leave these 2 where they are. Stretch your first finger backwards to the 3rd fret of the B string. And then put your pinky on the 6th fret of the E string. Then you have this, some people call it the Hideaway chord, because in Hideaway by Freddie King, back to the Three Kings, you hear this. Etc. But look what happens when your first finger moves up a fret. It kind of suggests the 4 chord to me, right? Because hear it over that. And then when you switch places and make it diminished, like this. So you're probably wondering what that was. Then I'm going to just move these back and forth slowly. Your second finger goes up to the B string on the same fret. Your third finger goes to the G string on the 6th fret. And your first finger moves over to the D string. That's a diminished chord. And that's going to work as your 5 in this setting. So you have. Or you can just then hear. But he's not going to do that because he's often. And then over the 4, for a quick change, you'll have this. And then over the 5, he goes. So the song is kind of like going along in kind of medium gear, and then he really kicks it into high gear. So I've done the bass line, which I love the fact that the bass line is something any basic guitar player can play, like this. Every day I have the blues. But you I'm lonely. You I hate to lose. Yeah, I'm gonna pack my suitcase. And then the rhythm guitar is like. Get a good click on the way down. This actually sounds really good without a pick. Notice how the 7th kind of cues that there's a change. I'm just counterpointing that part. But anyway, so let's look at the bass line. We'll talk about that. Here we go. Sorry about that. Every day I have the blues. Every day, and then dig this chord. Every day I have the blues. So what that was so great. And then look, instead of like sometimes you might hear a minor there, but I mean in other songs at that point, but instead of that he plays this. That's 5th fret, 4th fret, and 6th fret. That's so cool. Every day I have the blues. Oh, he does either that or he does one or the other throughout the whole song. So the repetition of the ideas is what makes it such a good beginner song, but it's exciting enough that you're really going to learn something. So I'll just go over the breaks there. This is out of a B flat up here, right? With the root on the 11th fret. Bend it up there, stop it, and then, so not this, just do this. So you have to, and then unbend it, and just hold it there. Every day I have the blues. Every day I have the blues. Well, it's you I'm worried, you I hate to lose. This is just the coolest 5 chord. It's 8, 6, and 8. So we're going to have to do this in 2 parts. I'm going to talk about everything else Bobby King ever did and how he was an influence on Little Smokey and what the other things I love about him so much. But this is more for beginners because this stuff is like a lot of the stuff he plays in this is out of like typical BB, but he still does some little Bobby King-isms like in the solo. This is very BB. But that's Bobby. See that? That's 12, 10, well, excuse me, 12, 11, and 10. No vibrato. Just tug it a little bit. It's urbane, man. This is Southside stuff. It's a little urbane. Or you just might go, see how one stroke hit 3 notes or 2 notes? Or, but that's in the solo. So a lot of the solos out of BB, like when he does this, it kind of bounces, but still. So we're going to talk more about what makes Bobby King Bobby King. But this is such a great song for beginners, and there's still some cool Bobby King-isms, the slow bends, the bouncing, like using one stroke to hit 2 notes with no vibrato there, just a little tug, and then, you know how slow that boom was? Don't go, just go. So have fun listening to this great tune by Bobby King, and please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll be uploading Bobby King Part 2 before too long. Thanks a lot.